gonna remove this trim first things first. Get the screws out down there, and there's screws behind both these buttons. These plastic pry bars would help. You unplug it, there's a screw back there. And there's a screw down here. Pull the panel. There's a clip up top. And then we need to get to that screw in there. And there's one down at the bottom. And if you don't want to flex your panel down like this to get to that screw in this corner, then you'll need to pull out these screws over here. You'll need to pull the glove box down, get to that screw in there, and you can push the side of the glove box to get it to drop down. So we'll need to get to this screw as well. Now we have the screws out of top and bottom, all four corners. This piece can just pop out. You'll have to kind of pull down and push in, and then get this to pop over here, and then you can pull from back here, get that to pop, so this can drop out. And then don't forget to unplug the cigarette lighter by pushing here on the front of the tab. But if you are worried about scratching this panel or this one, then you'll need to pull out the screws down here on those two sides, back here on each side, so you can pull out the armrest and the shift console, and then you can drop this down. Now if we come underneath the dash, we have two screws right here, right under the lip. Those hold in the trim. And then we have this screw right here. That one is holding in the HVAC controls. We also need to unplug this guy. And there's a green connector over here on the HVAC. And then follow this cable down in here. Let's see if I zoom it. So this guy pops to the side and then basically just falls off. If you have the stock stereo, you'll need to pull out these bolts back here. Most likely if you have an aftermarket radio, those two won't be in there. Using two hands is a little bit easier. You need to kind of pry out on this. There's spring clips up top and around the sides, and it'll just start to work its way out. And pulling it out, we can get the antenna off the stereo and then start unplugging the radio, and of course change out the stereo if that's what you're looking to do. You might need to get one of those stereo cages. In review, drop down the glove box, pull out two screws, the corners there, pull out the screw down at the bottom of this trim piece, pop the clip here. You got two screws top and bottom, and then you can pull out the plastic piece here with the cigarette lighter, unplug the cigarette lighter there, unplug two cords from the climate, and then you have two screws on the bottom there, maybe two screws back here if you have the stock stereo, and then one screw right there for the climate. And you need to pop out the buttons on either side and pull the screw out on the back. And then of course unplugging the stereo and disconnecting the selector down there, the mode selector.